And welcome everybody. This is the Before It Was School podcast, episode
Yay!
27.2.
Yay! Sorry, I'm just making the sound of fans to make us feel better about the fact we have like 5 people listen to us ever. Um,
Exactly. Yeah, but they're loyal. Hey, Lauren.
yeah. Oh, one of them's loyal.
Yeah. The other one is a haemorrhoid of the week last week, and
Yeah.
I vote we just make him the dangling haemorrhoid this week.
Yeah. Yep.
By the way, I'm Tom on Treads. This is Shakey Jay.
Oh yeah, because no one knows who we are if they listen to us.
Exactly. Screw you, Damo. And knowing my luck, this will be the one week he listens.
Yeah. But you know what? He can cop it. He'll be fine.
So this week we're doing the yin to the yang, or the yang to the yin, depending on what your belief is in
Exactly.
the way that is said. So I'm doing my top 5 Adam Sandler films. Jay's doing his bottom 5 Adam Sandler films.
Yeah, I gotta talk about the I gotta talk about some of the shit, which to be honest, um some of it is very much gonna be similar to yours. Because there's a lot of shit there.
There's a lot of crap in his filmography.
Yeah.
Whittling it down to just 5 is a fucking effort.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, it's pretty yucky, and it's not something I really want to go into, but I'm gonna have to because that's what we decided to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yuck.
Jay's yelling into his computer screen now.
Not really, more just I'm trying not to dry heave.
And like we said last week, if your top 5 is different, let us know. Comment on
of course.
wherever you seeing this podcast. Leave us a comment or email us at beforeiwc@gmail.com and give us your list, and we'll read them out in the next episode.
Absolutely. We want to hear from you guys. Like, if you actually enjoy our stuff, we want to hear like what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy, because it's the only way we can ever get better is through some lovely feedback.
Exactly.
So yeah, do you want to play the theme music, or do we want to chat for a bit more?
We'll hit play on theme music.
Okay, that sounds good, bud.
And away we go.
Hey, da.
Welcome to the Before It Was Cool podcast.
You didn't record that, did you?
Yes, I did. And I'm so gonna put that right at the start.
Well, to be honest, at this point, I don't get. I've never listened to the theme music, so I'm just guessing what it sounds like and just hoping that I'm singing along correctly.
I made a custom one for the We Want Chili Willy one. I was gonna make a custom one for the Akadak one, but Lauren wanted the theme music from the week before, so I put that in. But the custom theme music for the Chili Peppers one, like, it has my dedication. I found the recording of it.
Oh,
and put it on there. And it sounds like the Chili Peppers, but it's like fully custom made by me. There's an audience in the background.
Yeah, I was hoping you were going to do a remix of the "We Want Chili Willy," like just Barney say that, and then just going into like a bit of techno, and then "We Want Chili Willy," like just doing that. Oh, that could have been pretty amusing. But yeah, I rarely listen to our stuff after we play it. Like, I'll pretty much go to it on YouTube and play it, and then fast forward through it so we get an extra hit on it.
Yeah.
Because that's how we make our pittance.
I just put it on mute and let it play through. That way
Yeah.
we get our watch hours up as well.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, it's
But yeah. So, am I counting you in?
Oh, I thought we were talking already.
No, this isn't on the podcast.
Ah, it isn't. Fucking hate it
No,
anyway.
no, this is the preamble.
No,
Okay, then.
this could easily go in there. We're already started. We're
Yeah,
just singing
fuck it.
along like as if the music just ended. It works. Well, okay, this is great for anyone listening. This is gonna be like, I love this. This is great. This is just a blooper we're gonna leave in, kind of like Mrs. Brown's Boys, except we're not in a
Good.
dress. I like Mrs. Brown's Boys.
I hate British comedy.
Yeah, but it's Irish comedy. It's a bit different.
Yeah.
It's a lot more crass and a bit more Americanized. Like there's no subtlety to it, which is typically British. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, we're back, and we're doing Tom's top 10 and my top 5. Sorry, and my bottom 5. So yeah.
Starting with the good again.
Yeah, start with the good again. I'm just curious about how many we're going to have overlap.
Yeah, not many because your taste in movies is shit.
Fine then.
I'm joking.
Considering you're agreeing with most of it, asshole.
Yes,
I
did.
So what's your the bottom of your top?
Bottom of my top, it was one of your honorable mentions, and the reason why it was one of your honorable mentions is the reason why it's number 5 on my list, but it's Airheads. Because he wasn't the main star. He was one of 3 main stars in Steve Buscemi and Brendan Fraser. But to me...
Also put, quick interruption, I'd also put Joe Mantegna as a major star in that one as well.
Yeah, but like, we're not one of the 3. He was more of a like secondary co-star.
No, I don't know. I
like
think
a supporting role. The Lone Rangers were the main 3.
Yeah, but I think he contributed more to the storyline than Pip, which was Adam Sandler's character, did.
I don't know. Pip did a fair bit in that movie.
He banged a receptionist. He
Exactly.
made
he had one of the best, like,
Strong and something else. 69.
Exactly.
And he lost his
was
card
still
in the
good
machine.
in that movie.
About it.
He's still really good in that movie.
I'm not saying he's not good, but I don't think he contributed as much to the overall storyline, his character. But,
I reckon he did. But yeah.
Okay.
That's the reason why it was on my list, but only an honorable mention for you.
Yeah, no,
you see it differently. Plus, it was made in the greatest year on cinema history, 1994.
Oh, here he goes again. Fuck. Like, do you just like look at every movie that was released in that year and jerk off?
Not every movie, but most of them, yes.
Gross. I haven't done that for a few episodes.
So what's your number 5?
My number 5, and this is going to be controversial. I'm actually going to say Billy Madison.
Oh, actually, yeah, it does get kind of taxing.
Yeah, like I hear so many people rave about it, and I just don't get it. Like, yes, there's some all right moments, but in the end, it's just an entitled brat of a child who had no reason doing a qualification, getting a second chance at life just because of who his family is.
Yeah.
And like, everyone fucks up. You work out a way around it. You don't have daddy bail you out to make life better.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I don't like the movie. A lot of the humor in it, like, there's a couple of moments that I don't mind and a couple of lines that I do find amusing. But overall, the humor in it is generally just Adam Sandler acting like a dumbass but being cocky about it.
Yeah.
And I hate in a lot of things where someone is ignorant to their own stupidity to the degree that they think they're this king shit when they're not, and they don't really get a major comeuppance. Like, yes, he goes through a storyline change and does become a much more mature character by the end. But for the most part, it's just like, Like it's just not good in my opinion. I just don't think it's as funny when it was released just so close after Happy Gilmore, and Happy Gilmore is so much funnier.
No, it was made before Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, they were still released pretty close to each other, like they're one after the
Yeah.
other. Like I'm never going to deny the impact it had for him, and like I'd say Billy Madison was the thing that put him into the limelight.
Yeah.
Because before that, there was what Mixed Nuts, which is a Steve Martin movie. Airheads, as we spoke about. Coneheads, which we spoke about, but even then, he's a relatively minor character in that.
Yeah, he's just a salesman.
Yeah, Shakes the Clown, which is a Bobcat Goldthwait movie, and before that is Going Overboard, which is
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a very early movie of his, released in 1989.
Shit.
But yeah, he wrote it and acted in it. Some names that are in it: Billy Zane, Milton Berle, who's an old comedian, and Billy Bob Thornton in a small role. Yeah,
actually does sound like pretty big. Should probably check it out.
It did not do well. Let me just quickly check its reviews. On Rotten Tomatoes, the film has 4 reviews listed, all of which are negative. So 2021, the film is 15 in IMDb's list of the bottom 100 films on the website. So yeah, not good.
Yeah. No, it does not sound great. So, what was your number 4 again? Billy Madison.
My number 5 was Billy Madison. Yeah.
5. I mean, not 4.
Yeah. So, what is your fourth best?
Fourth best is The Wedding Singer.
Yeah,
I think that's actually where you had it as well, wasn't it?
No, Wedding Singer was third for me.
Third.
But,
okay. Yeah, for pretty much the same reasons. It's an iconic movie.
It is. It is so good. It was Drew Barrymore at her best game, I think, like where she was at her strongest with Adam Sandler. The chemistry between the two was just great. And the chick that plays the woman, sorry, not chick, the woman, sorry about that. The woman who plays Drew Barrymore's cousin in it. She's also in Dodgeball. I'm trying to remember her name. Christine Taylor. She also played Marsha Brady in the Brady Bunch movie. She's in The Craft. And she's in Arrested Development as well. She's Ben Stiller's wife.
Okay.
And yeah, she's just gorgeous. Just a pretty amusing actress as well. I think she's a really good actress, and another one that I have a bit of a crush on. Yeah, but I absolutely agree with you on how good The Wedding Singer is. Like, what's your favorite part in The Wedding Singer?
I love the "Do you really want to hurt me?"
Scene. What's the character? The character's called George.
Do you know who that is? The actor?
I'm looking now, actually. Alexis Arquette.
Yeah. Do you recognize that last name?
Yeah, part of the Arquette family.
Yeah.
David Arquette, Patricia Arquette.
And I cannot remember the other one, little French lady.
Yeah, she's also
she always plays French.
Yeah, and she transitions. Yeah, so
no, the other sister.
No, Alexis Arquette transitioned. Was born Robert Arquette.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying they've got another sister as well.
Yeah, there's two. Yeah.
There's a famous actress as well.
Yeah, Patricia Arquette.
Oh no, not.
No, not Patricia. No, Patricia was born Patricia.
Not the one that transitioned. The other one. We've got like a third sister.
Yeah, there's Rosanna Arquette.
Yeah.
There's Richmond, who's not known, Patricia Arquette, and then David Arquette.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I had that a bit round the wrong way. Sorry, everyone. David
Yeah.
Arquette's also a wrestler.
Yes. And have you seen Don't You Can't Kill David Arquette?
No, I have not.
It is so fucking good. Oh, one of the best wrestling documentaries I have ever watched.
Yeah.
It's on, if you got it, Stan.
I don't have Stan.
It's on there. It's so fucking good. Oh, it's almost as good as the Resurrection of Jake the Snake. Almost as good.
I gotta have a quick what's his name? A quick sidebar and tangent here, and a little bit of a rant. Just a bit of a fuck you to Netflix for trying to limit password sharing.
Yeah. I cannot believe that. Taylor was telling me in all her big dick glory, was telling me today that Netflix are turning on ISP lock, so you can't watch it out of your home.
Yeah, which is just, it's like, I'm wondering, do you think what's its name? What are they called? VPN would get around that.
Maybe? I don't know. Like, I wondered how that worked, unless they do device lock.
Yeah.
As well, which means that you can watch it anywhere you are, but it's only on that screen.
Yeah, it's
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
In which case, that wouldn't stop shit, because I would just register my parents as having one of my screens.
Yeah.
Like, I use a couple of their programs, they use a couple of mine, and it evens out in the end.
It's just pushing me more and more towards going towards just torrenting and stuff, just because.
Yeah, it's gonna remind me back of like 2013.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, it's not good. I am very much opposed to the
and
whole thing of that doing that. Like, it's like, we're paying for it to be used on multiple screens. Let us use it on multiple screens. Yes, you're not going to get as much. Guess what? Guess what people are going to do rather than mix it up, sort of thing. And like, what do you think people are going to do? Are they going to conform to it, or they're just going to go, no, I'll just cancel my subscription
and go to one of the other 30 platforms that are available now?
Absolutely.
It's not like in 2014 where Netflix had no competition. It's 2022 where literally Disney, Paramount, and Stan, and and Amazon Prime, and you've got 5 gigantic.
You got Binge as well.
And Bing as well. Though Bing isn't as good in my view. HBO Max is coming.
Yeah, there's
to
and Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus, you got fucking AMC Plus, you got Shudder. They're all available in Australia now. So Netflix have way too much competition.
Yeah, they're not
to do something stupid like this.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to work in their favor, and they're just going to lose more.
And more.
And it's just being greedy for the sake of being greedy, rather than giving people a better quality product.
Speaking of which, I've just finished the latest episode of South Park season 25.
I haven't started it yet.
It's good.
Okay,
dude, you have to watch it. It's so good.
Okay,
I finally got around to watching the specials.
What did you think?
They were alright. They weren't as good as the movie.
Yeah, of course not.
They were hyped up to be as good as the movie, but no.
Yeah, I don't think they were anywhere near as good as Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Dick joke. But yeah, like they had potential, and there was some good moments in there. But yeah, I got to admit though, the apartment turning into a becoming Jewish, becoming Hebrew, becoming a rabbi, and the kids just like doing the little "fuck you, Carl." It was that part. Those parts made me laugh pretty hard.
Yeah, and his pig nose.
Yeah,
because
it
all
was.
the adults in South Park have to have a nose. Oh, it was so
Yeah.
good.
Especially when he's Jewish and it's a pig, and like there's all those little jokes there. Like I thought they had potential, and there's some good moments there, but they weren't bigger, longer, and uncut, or any of like the bigger episodes like Imagination Land or anything like that.
Imagination Land, I love that.
Oh, so good. Anyway, we've got to get back on topic.
Yeah. So yeah, my number 4 is Wedding Singer.
Yeah, beautiful. No
so
argument from
what
me
would your number 3 be?
there. My number 4 bad one, remember?
Yep.
It was good,
No,
bad,
I
good, bad,
thought.
remember?
Okay, yeah, but your number 4 bad. Yeah.
Number 4 bad is Pixels.
Pixels, one of my honorable mentions. Yeah.
The bad ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's honorable mention.
It's a not a very good movie.
No, like we pretty much discussed it in the previous episode. Just it's not great. It's a waste of a talented actor in Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
They just had him in there because he had star power because of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing was just like it was a cool premise. Just Adam Sandler, I've just found in so many of his later movies, just looks like he's bored and just going through the motions.
Yes.
Like there's no extra anything there. Like he's just, oh, okay, I'm just gonna do this and act bored.
Yeah, I get what you mean there. Like, not in all of them, but in a lot of these later ones, yeah, it's the same attitude coming into it.
Yeah, he's not acting.
Doesn't
he's just there
even
for the
try.
fact check and just put it out.
He's there because he's Adam Sandler.
Yeah. As I said, like I think I said this in our preamble when we were just discussing before this. Like it's almost like he's doing the whole thing that Nicolas Cage did, where he got in trouble for a lot of tax issues. So he just went into all these, just did every movie he could, so he could try and get out of debt. I mean, like he also had like a T-Rex skeleton and stuff. So yeah, Nicolas Cage is insane.
Nicolas Cage bought a mansion because he heard it was haunted. Wanted to own a haunted house and an island.
Yeah, and the thing is, the entire time was never paying taxes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, he messed that up. We might have to do an episode on Nicolas Cage.
I don't know if we can handle that.
Oh, we'd get overwhelmed. Don't get me wrong. Like you've watched Community, haven't you?
The bees.
Like you've seen Community, where
Community.
Yeah, where Abed, Nicolas Cage, good or bad, and he just, it's great. I love Community.
I've watched Community all 6 seasons, and I'm still waiting on my movie, motherfuckers.
Seasons in a movie.
Yes. Anyway.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Dan Harmon should get off his ass and make that movie.
He's too busy raking in that Rick and Morty money.
Yeah, I will be too. But my number 3, and I'm tossing up between 2 here because I know my number 2 and number 1 are. I'm gonna have to go with The Waterboy.
Waterboy's great. Like,
yeah, your number 1, my number 3, but my other one will be in its honorable mentions.
Okay, that's all good. Yeah.
We pretty much said everything we can say on that. The supporting cast was incredible. The storyline ended up being greater than it had any right to be, really.
Yeah.
And Adam Sandler was actually really good in it.
Yeah, he was really innocent as a character.
Yeah.
And that's what gave it a lot of charm. Also, do you want to know an interesting little tidbit? I think it's something like most of Adam Sandler's movies, his what's his name? His like one of his female love interests, whether it be an ex or the main one, they usually have the initials VV.
Really?
Well, okay,
Never
let's just go
noticed
through
that.
some. Billy Madison, it's Veronica Vaughn.
Yeah.
In Waterboy, it's Vicky Valancourt.
Yeah.
Just quickly find it because I was reading about it years ago. So yeah, let me just quickly find it. Sorry, I just got to get to Google to find it easy. So Adam Sandler movies, email, TV. Okay, so like this is mostly in the ones that he writes and is involved in.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of them have V-based names. Let me just try and find it. Where is it? Have V names. All of his characters also, their names usually end in a Y. Billy, Happy, Sonny, Bobby, Nicky, Danny, Sandy, Tommy. Where was the list? Where is it? Okay, so Little Nicky is Valerie Veron. Happy Gilmore is Virginia Venet. There's sorry, I just saw something really funny. So like going through that list, and then someone jumped in saying Julia Gulia, and how that's not one. But then it's like that is how it is pronounced, but it's spelled Vajulia Vagulia. And then someone afterwards said Ra's al Ghul going into bloody Batman. Oh, that's funny. I shouldn't have laughed at that so much, but that was pretty funny. But yeah, there's quite a few of them where the one of the female love interests is their initials are VV.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
yeah, there's
he
that
didn't
one.
actually write The Wedding Singer, so
No, he didn't. It's mostly the ones he wrote or directed in. So like,
yeah.
let me just double check who the main character is in Big Daddy. What? Her name's Layla, so that doesn't work. But he gets dumped by. No, no, there's no VV in Big Daddy. Little Nicky, we just said.
8 Crazy Nights.
I'm not sure.
He's Davey in 8 Crazy Nights.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, there was quite a few where they did that. Just a nice little random thing. It's also just another thing that reminds me of is that a lot of comic book characters created by Stan Lee would actually have the same first and last initial. Big obvious one being
Really?
Peter Parker. Peter Parker. There's also Scott Summers, aka Cyclops. Bruce Banner. I think Bruce Banner was created by the Hulk. I believe by him. I think it was. Richard Reed, which is Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
He did it quite a bit.
Huh.
Yeah, so there's some trivia for you at home. If it wins you a prize at a trivia night, you're welcome.
Exactly. I don't know what kind of trivia night that would be.
There's
just
enough.
don't go to the pub.
Yeah. There's probably enough of them out there.
Yes.
Where like
Probably.
that'll come up. Like, we heard it on that podcast. That was kind of shit, but this is the one thing I took from it. Okay. So yeah, we just talked about the Waterboy, which is like we both said in the previous one how great it was. Yeah. It was awesome.
We talked about it a bit there, and it was very awesome.
Yeah.
So what would are you up to 3?
Yeah, my third worst. Don't mess with the Zohan.
Yeah.
As
once again, we're overlapping again, but yeah, don't mess with Zohan. It's not a good movie.
Yeah, it's just Adam Sandler putting on a funny voice and being a ridiculous character. Like it almost seems like in a way, and I don't know what the timing was based on it. Because Don't Mess with the Zohan was 2008. Let me just quickly check something. But I've got a theory here. Yeah, so it almost seems like it was trying to what's the term? What the term be? It was almost trying to ride the coattails of Borat.
Yeah.
Like, oh look, language problems, funny, ha 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 ha, ha. And just it goes with that.
And then completely whitewashes any chance of having a decent Middle Eastern role in a movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's
It's
it
not
was
a good film.
no, and it was just trying to play off that sort of stereotypical foreign person comes to country, has secret identity sort of thing. Like, it's it was pretty average movie at best.
At best. Yes.
Average at best and just cringy at worst. Anyway, so yeah, what's your number 2? Let's go into something positive. Your number 2.
My number 2 was also on your list. It's Happy Gilmore. Because, like you said, it is a great comedy. It is, it's a great Adam Sandler movie and a great comedy in its own right. Not necessarily one of the greatest comedies of all time, but it's still a great movie on its own.
Wait. I just got to quickly argue with here. Last episode, you said that The Waterboy was a great comedy, yet you just said that Happy Gilmore isn't like amongst the greatest, but you said Waterboy was, yet you've rated Happy Gilmore higher than Waterboy.
Personally, objectively, The Waterboy is a better movie.
Okay,
but personally, I prefer Happy Gilmore.
Okay, fair enough.
If that makes sense.
No, I get you. You're going you're going more from an analytical point of view rather than a personal preference point of view.
Yeah, in the last episode.
Yeah.
In this episode, it's more personal preference. I don't know. Like, I don't like golf or gridiron, but I prefer the golf over gridiron.
What about hockey?
Actually, I prefer hockey over both of them.
Yeah, see, that's why you like Happy Gilmore more.
Spot.
I tell you what, you know what I'm surprised by? That I remembered that you said that in the last episode. Like, that's a week ago.
Exactly. That was a whole 7 days ago.
Well, because, that wasn't subtle at all. Okay, so...
your number 2.
A dishonorable number 2 is The Do-Over.
Yes.
It's just bad. Bad.
Bad, Adam. No, Adam. Don't do that.
Yeah. Yuck. Anyway, go to your number 2. Let's dwell on this. I've
already said my number 2.
Oh, so you got to do some 3 honorable mentions for the top sort of
3 honorable mentions. Number 1 is Big Daddy.
Wow, Big Daddy ranks that high for you. Okay.
Honorable mentions because it was, apart from The Wedding Singer, it was first Adam Sandler's first semi-serious, non-gimmick based role.
Yeah, before that,
it was The Wedding Singer was based on singing, so it had a gimmick behind it. It was musical.
Bulletproof was before The Wedding Singer, and it wasn't really gimmicky. Like, he was just...
Yeah, but he was still more funny, like Disneyland and all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, and I wasn't trying to pay anyone specifically out. That was me trying to do the stupid accent that
Disneyland. Yeah. People know the reference.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was still comedic to an extent. Like, Big Daddy still had his comedic moments, but it was better than Mr. Deeds.
I didn't mind Mr. Deeds, but I think Big Daddy was a bit nicer and warmer.
It was just a better movie for me all over.
That being said, in Mr. Deeds, Winona Ryder is really cute in that movie.
Yeah.
So cute. Yeah. Anyway,
why do I feel like Winona Ryder in that era, just by being around her, I'm going to get high?
To be honest, most actors in that era, just being around them, you would have got high.
Yeah.
Anyway, so who's your what's your number 2 for your
Number
your,
two, for honorable
yeah,
mentions is
sorry.
Jack and Jill.
It's not
Nah,
because you've already put it at the bottom.
I'm just fucking with you. Number
People
two
leave
and
you if you're gonna try and bullshit, man.
number two in honorable mentions, and this one's gonna be a controversial one because a lot of people don't like this film, but I love one of the actors in it, and it is That's My Boy.
Really? Okay, wow. Because I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot of negative things about it. But I'm guessing it's just Andy Sandberg pulls it through for you.
Yeah, it does, because he's one of my favorite comedians of all time. Long
He's-
Island are one of the best comedic bands of all time.
Yeah, they're solid. I don't rate them as high as Tenacious D, but they're good.
That's why I said one of the best, not the best.
Um,
No one's gonna knock Jack Black off that mantle.
yeah. And Andy Sandberg generally plays man in this sort of thing, like the straight man to the comical of the father.
Yeah, and like I never thought of it until this movie, but Adam Sandler could be Andy Samberg's dad, even though they're like almost the same age.
Are they really that close?
Andy Samberg's in his 40s and Sandler's in like his early 50s.
Yeah, Sandberg's 43. Wow.
Yeah.
And Sandler would, yeah, you'd only be a little bit like 55, so about 12 years difference. So wow, there we go.
Yeah.
I've learnt that now.
But yeah, they could be father and son, or they were in this movie. And Sandler is crap in this movie. He's utter tripe. But fuck me, it is bonkers. It is just insane. But Andy Samberg, to me, is so good that it pulls it all in. Or Vanilla
fair
Ice
enough.
cameos. But that's just me, and that's just personal choice. That's why it's not in my top 5, because it is not in any way, shape, or form a good movie. It's just an honorable mention.
Yeah,
And
it gets enough of a chuckle that it gets into the positives for you.
yeah, exactly. And it's personal.
Exactly.
But I have to give an honorable mention to an entire series of films that he's been making, simply because my kids love them. I have to give a shout out to the Hotel
Zookeeper.
Transylvania series.
Oh, I think you're going to go Zookeeper.
Oh, fuck no.
I've not watched the Hotel Transylvania. They look pretty amusing.
They do. They actually are pretty amazing. Like, Amazon own them now, and they just released the 4th one, I think it is. And my kids love them. I've seen them all in the cinema, unfortunately. But yeah, my kids love those films, so I can't really not put them on the honorable mention list.
Yeah.
But my number one overall is actually one of 4 times he's ever gone completely serious. And the other 3 times were alright, but they never really got the attention that this one did.
The other times, if I remember correctly, are what? Punch Drunk Love?
Yeah.
There's Rain Over Me.
Yeah.
And Spanglish?
Yeah. Which is like on the border. It's kind of like Big Daddy, but it's a little bit more serious than Big Daddy.
Yeah. It's more drama comedy rather than comedy drama.
Yeah. But my number one is Uncut Gems.
Yeah, had a feeling
Which is one
you'd
of
say
his
that.
more recent movies, but fuck me. Oh, I honestly believe he should have won the Oscar that year. Better. What was that?
He only acted in it, that's why it was better. He didn't write or direct it.
Yeah, exactly. But I wholeheartedly believe he should have won the Oscar last year. He should have been at least fucking nominated, but he should have won it last year. Like, my God, it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, if you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. Go watch it. Like,
I still haven't watched
listen
it.
to the rest of this episode, then go watch Uncut Gems on Netflix. Oh my fucking god, he is good in that movie.
Yeah. I have been meaning to check it out, but then I just get caught up doing other stuff. But yeah, like I've heard so many people praise it, so many people just say how good it really is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Makes me wonder why the fuck Adam Sandler wasn't doing that 10 years ago. Instead of making fucking Jack and Jill.
Well, to be honest, Jack and Jill came out 2011, so yeah, it is over 10 years old now. Wow, that makes you feel old, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh fuck me. I was still in orange.
When Jack and Jill came out, wow, that says something, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, what were your honorable mentions for your turds?
Mentions. Okay, and it's not because
mentions.
So the ones that are in my dishonorable mentions aren't because I hated them, but I think there was so much more they could have done with them.
Yeah.
Like they could have been done so much better, and could have been so much bigger and better. The first one is Click.
Yeah.
It had so much opportunity, but then it just kind of fell apart, I felt.
Yeah. I felt a little bit rushed in the third act.
Yeah, it had so much potential, and I don't think it was. But don't get me wrong, the dying scene in the rain is amazing. But yeah, I'd even say the second
when
and third
flips
act.
Off Sean Astin. Oh god, that made me piss myself laughing.
And more than that, like the actual death sort of thing, and talking about family.
Yeah,
it was pretty.
But
pretty
that
powerful.
part of that scene.
Yeah.
I'm like, that would be me on death's door. I'm still gonna flip someone off for a laugh.
I hope so. It wouldn't be you if you didn't. The next one I was probably gonna say, and once again, it's one that had so much potential and they didn't get there. I don't think is Anger Management.
Yeah. I mean,
it has such potential.
Yeah, fucking Jack Nicholson. God damn.
The man is just so good. Like he's just. It was just
what
such a
is
missed
it
opportunity.
with like huge actors like Al Pacino or Jack Nicholson or Christopher Walken being in Adam Sandler movies and not being used properly?
Yeah, it's like I get like the idea of like getting like someone famous in and kind of like taking the piss out of them a little bit, but I don't know. I think that's just a really missed opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sorry, just a yawn. And then mentions. Really hard because they're either ones I don't like or I haven't seen. Like I haven't seen enough of them, or they're not and will mention. Where he's a main character. I think I'm probably gonna have to say Grown Ups. I think
one
Grown
or
Ups.
two.
One. I haven't even seen two. But
okay.
I think Grown Ups 1 had more potential. Like I think it's a lot of it's just the cast kind of killed it for me.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't give two tosses about David Spade or Rob Schneider. Like, who else is in it? What? And Kevin James, I don't really care about either. Like, it's only the only ones that I care about are Adam Sandler, and even then, that's to a lesser degree. And is it Chris Rock? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and not including the wives. The wives are a different kettle of fish. Like I actually quite like both Salma Hayek and Maya Rudolph. I think they're both quite funny and good actresses.
Yeah, Maya Rudolph is the fucking boss.
She's
Since that scene in Bridesmaids where she's shit in the middle of the street. Oh, you can't get me enough of Maya Rudolph. Fucking hilarious.
Like I just love her in I love her in what's his name? Big Mouth.
Yeah.
As the voice of Connie, the
The
Hormone
Hormone
Monstrous.
Monster.
She's so good.
Have you seen there's a spin-off of that now on Netflix?
Yeah, I've watched it already.
Have you? I haven't even opened it yet, let alone watched it.
It's got its moments. It's fun, but yeah, it doesn't have. It's not right compared to Big Mouth because it doesn't have the kid monster reactions as much.
Yeah.
And I think you'd kind of need that, and that's what makes the series work.
Exactly. What is it now? Like is it a love bug?
There's all of that sort of stuff that's been introduced, and some new characters as well. But yeah, and like without it having the real interaction with the kids and stuff, the kids going through the puberty, it doesn't work anywhere near as well as what it could have.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a shame, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So what would your number one be?
Ridiculous Six. Like it's just racist. It's pretty awful.
You didn't have Jack and Jill in there at all.
I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah.
I am not going to put it on there if I haven't seen it. I bet you if I watched it, it would probably be there. But yeah, Ridiculous Six is just gross.
It's not a good film.
No, it's
not a good film at all.
Like it was pretty much like, oh, let's all just play a different race for the entire movie because that couldn't possibly piss anyone off.
Exactly.
And it's just not good. Yeah, like just
a bad film overall. And the fact that it tried to rip off a Fantastic Seven, which is one of the greatest films ever made. Not Fantastic Seven. Magnificent Seven. I confused the Fantastic Four. The Magnificent Seven, which is one of the greatest films ever made. It's in itself was a remake, and then the remake got remade. It was a remake of Seven Samurai.
Yeah.
And which is a Japanese film, and then it just totally tanked one of the greatest westerns of all time.
Yeah, it was just not good at all, and just yuck.
Yeah,
It's just
a terrible movie.
And has Taylor Lautner done anything since then?
He's in the new Kevin James movie, but it's
so he hasn't.
It's like a serious football movie on Netflix.
Okay.
Because I watched everything, or at least I tried to. I watched it, and it actually wasn't that bad. It wasn't that good, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't like Jack and Jill or Ridiculous Six, but it wasn't almost hard in fucking Schindler's List.
Yeah, like Sandler does some really good stuff, and then that, like,
yeah.
The quick question. So, do you think that Adam Sandler's good stuff outdoes the negative?
Well, yeah. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say if you had to rank all of his films, you'd have more good ones than bad ones.
Okay.
Well, maybe not more, but you would have better good ones than bad ones. If you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, you think
the quality of his good is going to outweigh the quality of his bad.
The thing is, like, I think if we were to talk to, like, if we were to ask a bulk lot of people, I think that generally the opinions of people would say that Adam Sandler's stuff is more bad than good. And the reason being, his bad stuff has no fans or tiny, tiny fans. his good stuff is still a bit of a 50-50 split. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
So I think in the
his
end,
good stuff is more juvenile and aimed at, like, pubescent males. His really, really good stuff, like Uncut Gems, is targeting 18 plus. And then his other more serious roles are hit and miss. And then he kind of hasn't made a good comedy since 2007.
yeah, like let's just have a look. Like 2007 was Rain Over Me, and Now I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
Oh, so maybe 2005.
2005 was Longest Yard and Juice Bigelow, European Gigolo. Grandma's Boy, Benchwarmers Click. Yeah, I can see it so far. Like I've never watched Funny People. I've heard a lot of people rave about it, that it's actually better than what a lot of people give it credit
Yeah,
for.
it actually is pretty good. It's him and Judd Apatow, who were actual real roommates in college. And they've known each other since they were young.
Yeah.
But it's him and Judd Apatow teaming up for the first time ever.
Okay.
And he's really good in it, actually. And Eric Bana is hilarious in that movie. And Joe Rogan's, not Joe Rogan, Seth Rogen. Sorry, Seth, that was a huge insult. But Seth Rogen is actually pretty good. So is Jonah Hill and Jason Schwartzman.
Yeah. And
pretty much everyone in that movie, actually. That's a really
what's her
good
name?
movie.
Leslie Mann as well. Leslie Mann, isn't she?
Yeah. I think she's Judd Apatow's wife.
Yeah, actress as well. Huge amount, but when you do, like, she's in 40-Year-Old Virgin as the drunk woman that crashes the car. She's in George of the Jungle, and she's Jungle because that entire movie is amazing.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Anyway,
you should do one on Brendan Fraser.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
He's got this big recovery. I would happily do that. We'll probably won't do it for a while because we've just done a movie one. Like, we'll try and do something different next week.
Yeah, exactly.
But
so yeah, is that the end of the episode?
I think so. We've done our top 10, top fives and bottom fives. We've done our honorable mentions. We've done some tangents. Now we just got to do the where to find us and telling everyone to fuck off.
So you can find us on email at beforeiwc@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/beforeiwc. You can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/beforeiwc. That's patreon.com.
I know. I kept trying to find us on there, and I kept going to the Patron website and buying a lot of tequila. It was a real issue.
Oh, God. You can afford Patron?
Oh, easy. Patron's not that great.
I can afford the $2 stuff that I buy from the hobo at the back of Dan Murphy's.
Yeah, see, I've been drinking 1-800 recently. Like, it's been great, but then again, I am not spending much because I'm living with my parents.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's I love it. It's been great, but I'm glad I'm saving to get my own place.
Yeah, I remember living at home.
But yeah, but on a positive, I'm putting like each paycheck, I'm putting about $1,000 into savings, so I'm building up my money pretty quick.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you can find us at Patreon.
Patreon.com/beforeiwc and Twitter.
On YouTube.
Oh yeah, and YouTube. Twitter is at beforeiwc. On YouTube, go to the search bar, search Before It Was Cool. Find all our top 10s. Find every episode of the podcast.
Find Pinpoint. I don't even know what that is, but it's on there.
Kind of. Pinpoint hasn't happened yet. It got derailed when I had to move, and then I broke everything.
Yeah, including yourself.
That's what I mean. I broke everything.
I thought you were meaning your computer as well.
No, I haven't broken that yet. I fixed it.
What happened to your programs that had everything recorded on it?
That's the software crash. I haven't broken the hardware. That's what I mean.
Oh, okay. There's still time.
There's still time, but it's a MacBook, so it's tough.
I wouldn't go that far. Anyway, that's a discussion for another day. But
I've had PCs that are broken after 3 days of use. I've had 2 MacBooks in 15 years.
Anyway.
Oh, God. Yeah, so that's the end of the episode. That's 27.2 or 0.5, part 2. Either way. Yeah, I'm Tom on Treads.
And I'm Shakey Jay.
And we'll catch you next week.
Yep. Have a good one, everyone. Be safe, be well, and one thing before we go is nothing but positive thoughts, and I won't say prayers because that's not my thing, but well wishes towards Ukraine.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And people who are affected by the floods in Australia as well. Hope
a lot of people I know. I live on the south coast where, in case you don't know, a couple of years ago we got fucked over by bushfires. Like literally had my back fence like burned. It got that close to my house, and then a bunch of my friends lost all their shit from flooding. Yeah, it's not great. Not a great place to live in right now for the last couple of years. And also, I know from previous conversations, Jay doesn't like this man, but I do. And he was first major star from the new generation era to pass away. That's Scott Hall. Because, like, people don't realize how much that man actually did for the wrestling industry.
I do understand that one. I'm not.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying you, I'm saying a lot of other people. The Sting character, that was Scott Hall. The NWO idea was Scott Hall and Eric Bischoff. That man was a fucking genius. But yeah, he did a lot of controversial shit in his life and unfortunately passed away. And Big E, oh my god, my heart goes out to that man.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Because it's his C6 vertebrae and his C1 vertebrae. The C6 vertebrae, neither of them need surgery because they're broken clean down the middle and they would just form back together. The C1 vertebrae is what they call the hangman's vertebrae. That's the vertebrae you break when they hang you, which means instant to almost instant death. You broke that thing. If it had have just gone a fraction of a millimeter the wrong way, he would have died then and there.
And I have nothing but love for Big E. I love it is really sad.
Yeah. So I hope he will get back in the wrestling ring one day, but I never want him to get in the wrestling ring unless he's 100%.
Yeah, hopefully he can have like a edge recovery just a bit sooner.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, sorry to leave everything on a sour note. That was I just had to get that shit off my chest. It had been playing on me for a bit, and I wanted to talk about it publicly. But yeah, see ya.
Bye, guys.